Hey everyone, it's Megan with ClubRubyDesigners.com. Thanks for watching another video using the February Love Kit. I'm so excited because I'm doing a lot of great Valentine's projects with this kit, and I feel like it doesn't matter what level of craft you are, this paper seems to make creating really easy. Sometimes, at least I find personally, when you get different papers that have a lot of really great elements but are still simple, you can put a lot of things together, and even though it may not always work out the way you think it will, sometimes it just comes together a lot easier. Anyway, I wanted to show you, this is a 12 by 12 piece of paper, and I cut it all up and I scored it already so you guys can see how many cards I got out of one sheet. And I could have done a total of 6 cards at this 4" by 3" size, but I decided to do 3 4" by 3" cards, so I just cut it, at the 4" line all the way across this 12" piece of paper, and then I did a standard A2 size, and then I still have this left. So I was just laying it all out so you could see it was a 12 by 12 sheet of paper to make all these different cards. We're going to do this card, this set of cards, this set of 3 cards in a different video. We're going to focus on this card first. This is our A2 size card. So I just cut up the pink paper, included in the kit, and then I also took this piece of paper with this beautiful doily pattern on the back out, and I cut out one of the doilies, and I cut it out all the way. You can see I really got in there and got the detail. And then I cut another piece of paper just to sort of get this big doily here on top. I'm going to put this in the corner, and we're going to do a really pretty scalloped edge on this particular card. So what I'm going to use for this is a strip of this paper here. I love this. This is my favorite. I think this is my favorite. It's a toss-up between this page and then this page, which has, we used this in another video already, this love and these hearts. So it really is a toss-up for me on that, between those two. So I'd love to know what your favorites are. You guys can comment and let me know. But what I'm going to do is grab my scallop border punch from Fiskars. I'm going to set this aside, and we're going to use this around the outer edge. I think this is just going to be beautifully accented. So I'm going to start kind of in the middle here, and I'm going to punch my scallop. Now, a way to do this, and I wasn't actually planning on doing this originally when I started the process of making this card, but what I would do is actually leave that border strip along the edge. That border strip that I'm talking about is this right here. I would leave that along the edge. You might have to trim a little bit, but then you're going to save a little bit of extra space on your page. Oops, I missed one. So you just want to line up the painted, ooh, I'm still missing it. There we go. The painted edges here with the punched out throughout, so you can go straight across. So you can see there's this little excess here. So you might not need to cut the whole bottom bits off. And then I'm going to grab a paper trimmer, and just along the very edge, give yourself enough room to work with. I'm going to glue and what have you. I'm going to go straight across. And actually I didn't make that as straight as I thought I did. It's pretty straight, but not exact. Doesn't need to be exact either, because we're going to be gluing it on the outer edges of this particular card base. So you just need to kind of pay attention where things stop and start, and you just want that little scallop border to be what you see. So I'm going to start with my Glue Glider Pro. I'm going to use my high tack. I'm going to make sure that I do it on the sides that I want, and I'm actually going to mark this really quick just to make sure. I want it on this side, and this bottom edge. So that's where I want my borders to go. I'm being probably a little crazier than it needs to be. So you can take a closer look. I'm going to run my glue glider right along this bottom edge. Place it down. See it where it lines up. I'm going to use those polka dots a little bit, but those polka dots aren't exactly straight. You can see I had the same amount of polka dots, but it actually got a little thicker as I went down. So I'm going to pay attention. All right, I'm going to cut this off right here. Simple. Just so it looks a little bit more postage stamp complete. Okay, let's see how I did that. Just so it wasn't a harsh corner. Okay, now I'm going to straight adhesive on there and right onto my card. I'm lining up the corners. I really wanted it to go edge to edge from that corner, that left, upper right corner rather. Okay, the next part is this beautiful, beautiful doily frame, or doily pattern here. And what I want to use is kind of something a little bit different, and I would like to use some of this pink ribbon that's included in the kit, and I just sort of want to fold it and glue it around this outer edge. So the way I'm going to do that, I'm going to put some adhesive, my glue glider, right on down. Now this is just the regular old pink cartridges. The new cartridges that are out are the purple ones that you can push and pull, and they're fabulous. You don't waste any adhesive. I spent a lot of time working with it and really liking it. Okay, so for this pink, I'm going to place this down here, and I'm just going to kind of fold it around, and you can see that it's kind of doubled up. I'm just going to get a little bit of gather and glue all the way around this outer edge. Twist it a little bit. Make sure the adhesive really sticks where you want it. We can put more adhesive down as we go, but the glue glider is going to act as my, I want to say, you know, my base glue. Okay, and then you just twist the end, glue it down. Cut out your excess. We're going to use this in another project because I love this color. And then we're just going to go back in, and we can use a little bit of extra glue dots or adhesive squares and make sure that things really stay in place. So if you just press down an adhesive square to that ribbon, you can fold it over and make sure that, you know, some of that really stays where you need it to. And we're going to do this once we have it glued down. For this, I want to use some dimensional adhesive, so I'm going to use my new You Cut It foam that's coming in the new Megan Elizabeth embellishment combo pack with Glue Arts, and this is coming out very soon. I've gotten a lot of emails. We're premiering it at CHA, which is the Craft and Hobby Association. It'll be available on the AboveRubyStudio.com store, as well as GlueArts.com, Crafty Corner, and several other places. But I'm including in there, because I'm always cutting up my packaging, I just thought it would be so great, instead of trying to peel up each little individual square already shaped, to use this. Now GlueArts does sell this anyway, but I just feel like it's such a great, no waste, no hassle thing. I'm just so excited to be including this in the kit, as well as the 3D dimensional raisins, which are glue adhesive squares that have a 3D look to them, as well as the Megan Elizabeth flat adhesive squares that are super, super sticky, that hold so much. So you can see there's enough little foam there to get right in the center. And I'm just going to kind of place it up here, glue it down, let that ribbon just fan out and be beautiful, and I think it's just a fabulous, fabulous look. Okay, now you can see I kind of offset it a little bit. I have this stamp that says Truly Madly Deeply that I want to stamp down here in this bottom right corner. You probably could stamp it before you put this dimension on, and you definitely want to stamp it before you put your wet on. I'm going to use the new Megan Elizabeth Bachelorette ink pad. Now this is super, super, super juicy ink. This isn't totally meant for stamping your stamps. You'll see it's a really soft pad. I designed it this way on purpose. It is 3D raised. It's really meant for getting into edges of your paper. It's really great for doing mixed media art and other things. So if you are using it with your stamp, what you're going to need to do is place your stamp flat down on the table, and you're just going to touch the ink to it, and you just dabble it. You're not going to want to, because it's really juicy, and it's awesome because you can do heat embossing with it. You can just do so much with it, and it does take a little while to dry, so you may want to heat set it anyway. So this Truly Madly Deeply in pink is going down right here, and you can just see what a beautiful impression that gives with that rich, juicy, juicy ink. Alright, so the final thing I want to do is I want to pearlize and glitter this. So I'm going to take my glitter liner, and I'm going to start in the center, and I'm filling in that entire center circle with some glitter. Now this is going to dry really holographic and beautifully. but this is going to add just enough bling that the card's not going to be flat. These pens are available through craftycorner.com, in case you were wondering. So they're a great thing to add in addition to kits that you may order or other things, so that you can get the, the free shipping and the offers that they have. So I'm just going along these petals and I'm doing that glitter. It just really sparkles beautifully. Now I'm going to grab the cream, and I'm just going to do little pearl dots, and they're just going to be tiny little bits of raised shimmer all around this outer edge. And I'm keeping them pretty close to the same size. I'm going to come in here and do a few on the inside center as well. Everywhere there's a little bit of an opening. Really brings life to the card. Alright, final little touches here. I'm just going to add a few on here. Almost a random kind of pattern that it just looks like they got sprinkled. Some pearls just got kind of sprinkled on here. You don't want to go too crazy. So that is our Truly Madly Deeply Valentine's Day card. We're going to move on and we're going to make a few other really great card and scrapbook layout projects, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. See you again soon at clubrubydesigners.com. Bye-bye.